And if GX has prepared this fracture, that was very likely to happen.
He's sick, Mini.
Them to pick
I mean,
probably
Bacon even.
one of the
Mini's sick.
that Team Liquid has said. I'm obviously
okay, we got Giants on defense, we got Liquid on attack, and Liquid change up their comp, and we go for the 5.
But yeah, definitely, I agree.
5 goes.
The stage and the Gecko was definitely not working for them, so let's see if they find some footage here.
I'm happy to see the willingness
Artist stole my title?
well.
What do you mean?
At this point, they've had 2 games
Which title?
on
Bro, you can...
Fractured. They hadn't had any
Wants to
result
take
they
that, he
would have
can.
wanted, so they've been willing to switch things up, which is absolutely what was needed. And maybe GiantX
What other
now
title are you
get a
talking
little
about?
bit of a different test, a little bit of a different challenge. Maybe that homework not going to be as viable now coming into this matchup.
Yeah, exactly. And very important also, GiantX has the lowest win rate on pistol rounds in the entire region. They've only won
Word for word, Jesus, fine.
12 that they played. Just, you know, a little context on this round.
2 out of 12.
The less thinking he has to do, the better.
Quite good enough
for everyone
really.
involved.
It may just be a slow start, we'll see. For now, kind of taking the tour of the map. Team Liquid, no particular hurry, but eventually leaning over towards A. You can see that deep presence on B as well.
Okay, let's see what Westside can do here.
Still has most of his util available for that execute.
Yeah, but I'm looking at Westside here.
Okay. Dude, that looked really weird. He just kind of just W keyed into the angle here.
Massive impact already. This looks like it could be locked up so early on.
Yeah, exactly. Very slowly, just Nat's trying to get a little bit on the flank.
That's any more for him. Yeah, nice enough.
Okay, very nice. Just doubled up heavy over towards here. Yeah, the only thing that looks a little bit odd there was Westside's.
It wasn't like 17. Let's say now it's like
not expecting them close.
Like,
look at that.
Not looking good for GiantX, but first impressions of this composition.
Double smoke. That's his reaction.
A little bit of time trying to get GiantX to burn a little bit of utility. And even though Cloud in his reposition was good, it was not good enough. The execute was just too strong onto side. They took their time and they look pretty comfortable.
Which agent in their prime was a nightmare? Chamber, really. Chamber Astra. But every team, everyone took a while to get good on those agents, so they weren't like crazy good until like 3 months in, to be honest. 3 months in.
For one of these 2 teams, right? This is where do we put these 2 teams as well when it comes to expectations and, you know, critique levels as well. You know, how high of a standard do we hold them to? Because Team Liquid, one of the longest standing orgs we've seen. GiantX with so much talent and potential, but it feels like it has fallen short as of late. So we wait to see how this looks. There shouldn't have been too much danger here.
Oh god, that nade is... Dude, he got util dumped. Shout out to Camo though, cleaned it up, because that was about to get a little bit weird.
With that shorty. We've seen some crazy shorty kills. It's very common now for people just to jump onto the smokes to push
Viper
them.
Prime? Viper Prime is pretty strong, yeah.
With the Euro, almost on any agent is feasible, but the spike is down. There are 3 weapons.
Don't underestimate how insane the chamber meta was, though. I'm telling you.
I'm going for a bit more. He can make this actually cost a hell of a lot here. Camo.
A good chamber would just win maps on his own.
40 HP. Regen shield going to be kicking him back up a little bit, but they can make this cost a fair amount. Can they lock them in on the site at the least? I don't think Tomasi could have done it, but I like what Cloud's up to here.
Okay, and Camo is fully on top of this one.
Chip damage, but Liquid going to convert.
Yeah, not too bad at all. They lost 1 gun.
I like the idea, you know, you place the turret, you want to go for a little bit of aggression, you get 2 people down. It's definitely better than nothing, but right now is when things starts to get serious, right? We think of these 2 teams, and we think about the preparation. We know the fracture was on the enemy. If it wasn't one team, it was the other. I want to see that individual level, especially coming in from Camo, already on the 5.
Early Outlaw.
Coming in from playing
they
on
did a whole little segment on it.
Great, actually, moving from the Gecko to the race, especially if you're Camo.
Yeah, and again, you look at Liquid, there's so many of these
That
players.
has to be a tech pause.
Oh my god.
Oh, wait, that's an incredibly early timeout.
Okay, we got a normal timeout. Wait, at this round as well? That's so early.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know if it might be a little bit of like communication. Yes, we see Pipson giving all this speech. I will give a little tea also when the players were
maybe he's identified something early they didn't like. Who knows?
And gave them a speech individually, probably into what they had to focus, not to get too much into their heads, and it's probably just like keep the comms up, talk to each other, stay calm.
I mean, they had a whole
3 timeout.
3 minutes to talk about that beforehand.
I'd love to know what the focus was here, because this feels
Waylanders trying to It's serious.
It's serious.
Like it's more than just maybe not liking what they were coming in with. This is round 3. This is the first time they've got the guns up here. This, you know, it's against a bonus. You've got no ults to really play around either.
Yeah, but if you think about it, Camo is 2 away from his ultimate.
Well, buff can make Deadlock and Harbor a better agent. Deadlock doesn't need a buff, but Deadlock is getting a buff like next week, I think, for the Sonic Sensors, which I'm worried about. I think Deadlock, if anything, needs a nerf, in my opinion. I think the Gravinet's too strong. Harbor, they can buff everything, to be honest, on Harbor.
And maybe also just touching base on seeing the different agents coming out here. I'm not too sure. It looks for now to at least be a beginning of a start of a split towards B. 3-2 split. Purpo's main focus over towards Arcade. His eyes are going to drift back towards Camo, trying to claw that attention.
Yeah, but if you're Team Liquid, GiantX just asked for a timeout after 2 rounds. You need to be careful. There
yeah, they didn't do too much. All they did was make Liquid think that they're going to do something aggro. They haven't taken too much map control. At one point, a call's got to be made.
Remember that they decided to come here.
That's true. And oh, that's a nice
it's a fake. So they take tree control and then fake Arcade hit over towards B and then walk onto A. This is nice from Liquid, though.
Yeah, look at where Cloud is already.
Yeah, this is really nice.
Yeah, and well, Cloud, the one to get Pat take down.
Yeah, but they're gonna get over towards the site, and if Kamek can kill one like that, he's done incredible.
Earlier, but Kamek again gonna take away Cloud, so
he's gonna retrieve his Vandal.
Nice little upgrade. Plant gonna come down, and a lot of the map now starting to feel pretty oppressive.
Yeah, and before he took this, I'm pretty sure they checked the camera to see that he was fine to go across.
Very difficult to
and that creates the pressure that he's here anyway, so as long as he tucks in for a little bit. And then we've got after plant, Molly, and after plant damage.
That timeout as well, but Nat's ready and waiting. The main flood is here. There's 2, 3 players all looking this way. Camo the one to draw the first blood towards it, but Nat's still here.
Very nicely handled. This was cool though. I like this round a lot. Tree control to create pressure into Arcade, make it look like a split. They used smoke, they used Molly, they heavy focused. Pivot over towards the side where they're playing retake. Awesome. Kamek getting 1 kill is insanely important though. And then his decision to go back and just hold the crossfire on A main was awesome.
Also to the way that GiantX wants to retake that space, how they're expecting everything, and they have someone covering every angle. Looks very good. That timeout was definitely not effective enough for GiantX. We understand, you know, we see the push. You need to start eating a little bit off terrain, but
okay, into the damage to clear the Killjoy stuff and well, map control. Like a win-win, really, situation there.
Worried already, because if you've hit that timeout early,
same turret that they used on the previous eco.
Oh boy. Well, my worries were unfounded. Apparently, it's early days still, but the way this is going, got to give credit to the man on the screen. Camo having an absolute belter
he's
of a
doing
start.
Good. He's just silent walking, and they need to check it at one point.
The already been 1 out. The plant's already coming down. Camo's just going to be shouldering this. It's confidence galore. Nothing is standing in Liquid's
and then we got a Razor for the next round as well.
What are you meant to do?
And running over them a little bit.
A 1v4 sounds
oh.
I mean, it is.
That's something.
Cloud.
Good to do.
I mean,
it wasn't cosmetic this time around.
Yeah, no, I'm worried about GiantX here.
I mean, just wait, okay? They lost the bonus. This is another eco, but I think it's has to do more about confidence, right?
It feels like it.
I feel like this is the kind of team, especially a player like Purple, he needs to have a good round to tune in, you know?
Yeah.
And that is exactly what they need. It's all about this fifth round. This is what has to get them into the game, because
every single time they
are having a good time.
Well, look,
every single time they got the spawn down towards A main as well, they just got that solid crossfire going on.
He's got a giant rocket as
right,
well.
They're just making sure they always have this, so when they retake over towards door, it's nice and easy.
Kind of hoping it's right about now. Right place for it, up towards Arcade. Does he get any support here? So far, the answer is no. Very much on an island, and forced to respect the utility forced forward. So, time to back away. It might be... I'm wondering if they give up the... No, he's going back in.
Oh, he's absolutely sending it, but he's still got Razor.
I don't know how I feel about it, but... Because you can see the swarm of utility. What are you meant to do here?
Nicely done. And they're trying to insta-flood out.
Punished by Camo. Run and now start to
dude, wait, what? Did no one...
line to follow up. This is looking like a slaughter again.
Did no one come here as well? Maybe they didn't see him. Nice shots.
Westside with a double, who at least put Nats on red alert now. Suddenly tipping the scales back through.
Oh, he's actually going for it.
Nats to play his hand, and he still feels that it's on for this one.
He's even dropped the operator. He wants to take this duel with the Vandal now.
Ooh, hey, shout out to Westside. That was pretty much individual kill, or individual round. Picks up the AWP, 3 people that can't buy next round, so it's important.
It doesn't matter for GiantX. This is a round that they needed. Exactly. They managed to save the operator.
I think Giants would do better with this roster. It's still pretty early. I thought, I don't know, man. They looked so different from their first game to the second game, so it's pretty hard to call.
Because his utility is not going to do much.
I thought they looked really good against K-Corp, to be honest.
They did take the op. It is back in Purple's hand. That's my IGL. No, the operator was recovered, so no harm, no foul, I guess. But I do want to see Purple start rolling.
How many rookies are there in EMEA this year? Loads, dude, like 20.
Right back to business. Southside approach with a little bit of that lurk up towards Dish. I thought that was an absolute
you gotta hit that, I think.
Not to beat, so now that's the operator scene. And they're going to carry on this path. They're all going to come down, and Cloud and Runner forced to split apart. So
hey, that was a nice little distraction on Heaven, though. Shout out to Tamazi, yeah.
A little crunch and a re-clear straight through sand, leaving Nats, who was spotted earlier, irrelevant to outcome.
It's so important
probably going to be saving on this.
Tamazi was using in this round, trying to give a little bit more
2-4 on top.
Yes, we saw the ones from Kiko coming in, but it's so important when you're forced out of your position.
Giants are doing pretty good at when the smokes go down, getting their own smokes up and then making sure they can delay.
Everybody knows
right, there's a real smoke battle going on at the moment. Every single time we're seeing smokes, or like even the round before, smokes into fighting while their smokes are down.
So you've got about 40 seconds of just drifting around the map here, but you're looking at ults that are coming through now as well. We already just saw the Teo ult, but
everything for GiantX.
Exactly. There's going to be hopefully a snowball round for them because they need it. Again, build back into this game. It should be at 2-4 pretty soon, unless Nats does something I've never seen. So, by all rights, GiantX are back in this series.
Yeah, and Giants don't really want to hunt this too much. Their money's like relatively low. That everyone's surviving. It's just important.
Of course, the economy is still good for them. They're going to be able to purchase on the next one. But even though that timeout after round 2 did not guarantee GiantX a win, still I feel like they're starting to play way more confident. They should not be scared of taking certain duels.
Yeah, but I think it's just time, and more rounds we see going this way, the more GiantX start getting this sort of confidence under the belt. Plenty of ult to play with. That's...
timing on that is...
Camo there too?
But last week, him on the defense on this Brimstone, it's a match made in heaven.
Good to see. Oh, he's leading the board for GiantX as well, so... Yeah, the guy seems pretty good at it.
Okay.
So what's the
Patty takes the hit on this one. Still got the AWP out. 3 ults against 2 ults. Big round, really. 2-9 loss spawn. I mean, honestly, Liquid could maybe tank a loss here and still buy next.
But it's the confidence, it's the space taking. Look at this, controlling that B main
Brim
push
v
out.
Brim.
Kiko has been nuts though. Sending him away for now. Trying to just calm the map.
Yeah, cool things down a little bit. Nats by himself, little progression, and then we go back. You know, you have to respond also to the utility that Team Liquid has been putting on the board at the beginning of the round. Same with Cloud.
Still got a decent amount of utility.
They're taking their time.
Oh, they really are.
That maybe GiantX goes for the re-aggression.
They got to make a call at one point here.
Waiting for those waves so that utility.
Yeah, the call is to just hit over towards A. Killjoy set up 3 people here. There's a lot of ult for them to go slow.
If he's going to have any effect, let's take a look at how Kamek uses boys.
Good info. Good info already.
Yeah, the info's nice. Smoke goes down. How many smokes has he got? One more smoke as well. They got so much delay. I don't think Liquid can get through the choke. They got to just win the duels on Sands.
Still got the setup there as well.
Smoke down.
Yeah, there we go. There's 3 players towards the CT side. You've still got 1 on site as well. The crossfires are brutal here. Westside forced to fight.
Oh my god, where is Westside meant to stand? Oh, he's done incredible to get one. And Nat's got the most important kill over towards site.
We've got ults just about everywhere. Pablo's trying to deny the plant, and he might have just done that.
He might have disowned it because that nade's on his head as well. 27 HP. Good luck. Ooh.
But he's now going to try and defend it against so many. That's not going to happen.
Nicely done from Giants here.
GiantX
Yeah, it's like what we thought. Is one of those rounds where everyone just uses the ult. This was kind of cool. Damage, all behind.
Catch everything that was going on onto the side. All the ultimates coming in. I have to say, not for GiantX, like waiting for the right timing to use it. West side also responding. Yes, Cloud is the first one. He wants to get this information with just 40 seconds left. Finds one thanks to that info. But Westside pushing here.
I feel like Westside did incredible to get one here.
Everywhere.
Such a rough situation to be in.
That should have been the round. Yeah. Beautiful work from GiantX. Very well coordinated.
Nice.
They barely needed any words to perform on that retake. Same that we were seeing last week, I have to say.
Yeah, and for me, even seeing Purpo using that ult to get the impact kill for me is huge. Tick in the box, see him starting to get into this again, still opting to try
they spot out where the op is early though.
Up against Nats on that southern side of the map, but the pressure is toward.
Yeah, it looks hard to play Arcade when they're doing this all the time.
Pretty deep. GiantX didn't. I don't think he got.
We got 4 people on side though.
Here, so does he feel confident? Purpo could be overwhelmed. This is really close quarters. This is when it gets pretty sketchy now. Purpo does get forced away. And now you're going to see Camo taking the space behind the util. Crunch towards tower. Clouds are going to find Camo. Ult comes in Purpo.
No way. We're trying to get a no-scope in there. And dude, Purpo's in trouble. Yeah. Dude, this was weird from Giants though.
Leaving it all down a west side.
They just didn't have any map control. And they were just like forward, just stuck. Yeah. It's like in the square. With no map control, no map control, no map control.
Just going to confirm where he is.
Like I don't really
it's going to be step by step
how they think that one's going to go down.
Look at the patience. You fight one.
I'd be tempted to call the timeout for Giants, but the problem is they use one really early.
Yeah, definitely looking comfortable.
They gotta like send it somewhere there. They've got to react for the smoke by tree or retake A heaven.
The board for GiantX, that every single time they're going to try and force him out. And it was not only once, it was also the second time here, them finding the kills. And getting onto side, being much quicker. Change of pace needed for Team Liquid to get another round on the board.
Yeah, and normally Giants have been really good at like putting the smokes in the right place.
He's confident.
But the pressure from heaven just meant that this was open, and the original pressure from Nats's camera tagging was over towards tree.
Dish side of the map could maybe slow take that space or just be propped up.
They could definitely, Giants on this could definitely benefit from, I know it's only one round, but like one of those smokes where you give your team a bit of freedom on site.
Tomasi around as well, the rotations coming in. They're just going to leave one. They're just leaving Purpo on his own towards A. You can feel
they need to react more, Penguin. No doubt.
Again,
Camo's owning from this path and just getting over towards here. Keeps getting the entry.
Other side to take him away. Westside now couldn't get back in time from the flash, but it's trades on the site.
Very nice. Liquid traded heavy. It's a very doable run for Purpo. At least the comms can come in about the HPs. So his nade is everything.
Now with position noted. I'm surprised
very nice. Yeah, I'm surprised he went for that play.
Close enough by. And once again, nullifying Purpo there. Hard to get into this game for him, and another round for Liquid.
And it was a complicated decision, right? Maybe saving the operator, maybe the call was, hey, they're low, they have some chip damage. Not that's going to change much with the operator. Maybe trying to retrieve a gun, but especially
Arcade, yeah, it looks really rough over towards Arcade.
Like
might have to early smoke down fight it a little bit more.
Try for something else.
Yeah, I think they're gonna do it. I think they're gonna smoke here, fight.
Utility onto tower just to force him to either come
out
or
even
just have a very
here, go on the pass
duel
if you wanted to.
at the same time that Camo is just jumping onto side. Night and day from the Gecko to the race.
It is so different.
Okay, but Giants at least focusing on the right thing, right? They've lost Arcade so many times that they now need to focus on it. While they're focusing heavy trying to punish Arcade, Liquid just 5-person wall contact A.
The lockdown, I guess, with Westside, but already seeing the Liquid have regained some composure.
I mean, can break it, so it's gonna do much.
Yeah, that's very true.
You either use it on timing, like right after he uses it, or just, wait until around where he's dead.
Nice shot.
Ooh, okay,
they did a lot of damage crossing over towards site here as well. Westside's going to pop his ult down and they're in trouble.
That's what they need the whole time.
Now what? They are all about to tank this ult.
This is huge. This is going to force them away from the side. They have to be in the open. Panatek wanted to try and do some damage on the way out, but
they got so wrecked on this. And looking like Kiko doesn't have the Molly lineup. Yeah, maybe if he had the Boaster Molly lineup from here, it would help a lot.
I mean, it's still those
Still though, I mean, that round was lost. This
was
was a nice reaction from Westside again though. Didn't overcommit too much. Just to see, I mean, they get double smoke kill. As soon as they got that ult and they know they can hold it.
In this round, this is the kind of shots that they need to hit.
And it's enough of a threat that there's a timeout. Liquid have decided to slow this down. Let's have a little look how it is okay. So it is from coaching.
They have a lineup. I mean, you would think so.
Comes in, but
would think
like
so.
A much more back and forth game between these two.
It's relatively easy.
I like it because it's not muddy. It's not muddy. No, it could have been way worse.
Is that the barrier that we're going?
Yes. Did you see the game that
muddy? This hasn't been that bad at all.
You know what, you're right.
It's been scrappy, but that factor is that sometimes when it's double brim.
A GiantX that has asked for a timeout in round 3 after losing pistol.
Yes.
That is now performing these retakes, and we have a Team Liquid that has changed the composition and probably kind of like guide them into picking this map.
Yeah, it's okay. It's fine. It's impressive to me, one, that GiantX are doing this, and it's not just the Purpo show, for starters. That operator actually didn't have as much impact.
At some point, Lauren, it becomes
the IGLs?
He just needs to get online.
Yeah, it'll get there. It's just not there yet.
We see the board. It's not like he's not getting the kills, but trust me, you will know when it's a purple round.
Exactly.
You will know.
Waiting for a bit of
am I
that.
joining as a coach?
From Kamek with like 4 kills.
Don't know, man. It's a good question.
Sort of thing.
Problem is, streaming is becoming more and more fun, and coaching is becoming less appealing. I had some good offers this year, and the fact I didn't go for them is a worrying sign for me returning.
Also, they have to respect the utility.
Yeah, it has to be an incredible offer these days.
Using the drone here again, same smoke, like they've repeated this.
And Purple's trying to play ahead here, maybe trying to find a little bit of a window of timing to play from.
You get it? Yeah, it's
that smoke there.
It's very nice doing a job where I don't have to rely on anyone else, to be honest.
Man really is only camo here. The rest down to Sheriffs and Frenzies. We've seen
I like the no life stuff. I like to 100% it, and it's hard to find it. It's hard to find people that are the same as that.
Still holding down that A site just in case.
Like I was lucky to find Bacon. Bacon's like that. Bacon's a no lifer,
that's fine.
But in a good way.
Waiting for them to cross. You've got Purpo waiting passively. Spots out Nat.
But I would want a team with them, and that's hard to find.
Bit of a fumble on that, and an ult invested too, but it's not going to affect Runner. I'm a little surprised they went for
nice shot though. Okay. How have you done that?
Follow-up found. Kamek now can take space and potentially a weapon off the back. Both remaining players towards Canteen. Kamek's got so much space. This is difficult now. This retake is hard. These off angles are brutal to clear. Patatek in position.
Yeah, and Cloud's gotta use his fade eye there, no doubt about it. It could be behind you. You gotta run out into a crossfire of 3 angles, 4 angles.
They even had so much utility.
You gotta fade eye there to get info where someone is, or to at least know that you can get through the choke.
You know, just trying to give Purple a little bit of freeway. He's been pushed out of every single situation, trying to guard the sides and still not finding success. Also, Kamek, it's again night and day with the Sage and this. Like, this just looks so much better. This is like in the previous game where we just saw Alpha and Jen. It's like, this is so right. This is just so right.
Why hasn't it been this way since the start? But it is good to see it. Now, we are seeing the operator back out. And rinse and repeat. This seems to work for Liquid. That's got to have spotted people in that smoke here. Purple.
Oh, it's a leg shot. And gets out of there. And they get the ult out of there. Do you insta-raise ult after this if you hear sounds? We'll see.
And now the layers. This, oh god, this is all
dude, I feel like Purple's got to want to use his ult there though, no?
Kicks in the door. Does get traded out in the end, but now you're going to start seeing this go into absolute pandemonium. Just Tomasi left alive, and they're going for the fight.
Dude, Liquid put up some numbers here for sure. I do think, if I'm being really critical, Purple, I don't know, man, he messed up a lot of rounds in my opinion here. Like his decision making, especially on both of the ult rounds, has been way better.
I don't know how this goes on the second half. I don't know if they can repeat that sort of success, but we've got to wait and find out. Purpo's having a nightmare. Maybe it'll become a dream in the second half.
Yeah, they got wrecked over towards Arcade though. You could tell they didn't know like how to handle it. And I think because the timeout came in so early, like it felt more like they needed the timeout for what was going over towards Arcade instead of like the third round, and we hadn't really seen too much. I know that's like hindsight because obviously the timeout didn't work too well for them, but they definitely didn't know what to do against Arcade for a long time. Pretty much the whole map. Any offers from NA? There was interest in interview, but I decided to not go further with it. Oi, Bacon, relax yourself is all I'm saying to that. They pulled a Fnatic and just went Arcade the whole time. No, their Arcade hit of a drone and a flash actually owned it every single time. But it's nice that the drone can just like one jump that box, right? So you can insta clear that. And then after you've one cleared that, you can hit over towards site. Like the drone from Arcade is legit. No doubt about it.
For Camo. What do you make of it so far?
But you also have to think about the difference that this brings when we move on.
Can you
to
explain
the
how the money works in this game?
Yes, GiantX has a lot of experience.
3,000 for a win.
Playing on the stage, and of course it gives you
and then
a
1-9.
a lot more selling power.
Dude, where are we? 2-4.
And
then 2-9 lost bonus, and then just insta reset back to this.
Simple.
Did below my head?
The way that they were executing. So again, I think that we were mentioning the layers, and it has to be about that. And it looks like it's going to be a clash.
And then obviously 300 for a plant. We got a contact of camera into stun into damage, but the camera's looking the wrong way, so they might might have missed their opportunity on this one.
A nice little like pocket play almost to try and bring that out. I like the idea, but they're hell bent on trying to stick the landing. I feel like that was a little bit too desperate in the end. Could have maybe backed from that, but they want to try and press the issue. And now Nats and Camo left in a 2v3. Pink Shell going to go down. That does deny Cloud. Can he capitalize?
No way, the Boombox came in and did so much damage as well.
Nats needs to get involved here because they're going hunting.
Everyone's low HP apart from Runner, really. Dude, Runner... Oh no, they got the plant. Okay, I was going to say Runner's saving money, but it's not.
He has to wait for Nats.
Nats is close enough now.
HP is not the best for any of the teams. It's just Runner having fun.
This is so tense. Camo trying. Ooh! You take those when you get them.
Dude went for another one.
Cloud, but there's no way he considers where Westside and Runner are, surely.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to consider one here, but we got to damage this. I mean, Nats is getting half here. Oh, he's...
Oh, I thought
he was going to go for it.
Oh,
he's done it.
As well. The stall in this post-plant isn't going to be enough.
Damn, bro, double offside. How did they win this one?
Pistol loss in the end.
I need to watch a replay of that round because why is Westside
his push, they thought he was tree, but him going all the way,
that, it's a high pressure situation. They
like across the ropes, just created so much pressure. They were so sure he was coming drop.
But still, Team Liquid manages to
Mollies,
get
I mean, yeah.
another pistol. He thought that I don't want to be me, but the pistols. The pistols. Maybe pause before the pistols next time. That's not good. That's not
2-0.
Pistols. I mean, don't get me wrong. Against KC, even with losing the pistols, they were able to win. But that's like average of 4 rounds.
Any word for the plat chats? Not really. I mean, Sacho said this was an 85-15, but I don't know how much seriousness there was behind it.
No?
Different time. No, not the moment.
Is this guaranteed? Nah, TMV went for Liquid. TMV saved it. But if no one went for it, I would have switched as well.
Well, let's see if it turns around, though. Because this could close the account pretty quick. Considering the advantage that Liquid had, now if we imagine they convert here in the second round with the superior weapons.
That post-plant was a rough post-plant.
Pressure onto them. Look at where they are.
Camos.
Turret's not really...
Yeah, and
the
Giant
could have been devastating.
No way.
That's a fine.
That's the most insane timing.
That's unreal. And Kiko does get forced out of the tower, but Liquid are so aware. They've just corralled them forwards. Kamek hasn't even got to sweat in this. He just gets the iPad.
That was incredible. And a lot of them bought Sheriff.
It just feels like they have the minimap with
a lot of them bought Sheriff,
so
you would imagine an Outlaw might come out here as well.
They didn't even get a single kill with the flank. Of course, the pressure was there now, but beautiful round from Team Liquid. Feeling comfortable making this kind of goals.
Took away the turret perfectly as he flanked behind.
definitely shows a lot of confidence and probably even Liquid that we want.
The drone,
to see.
I do having the drone is
This
insane.
does feel like we're starting to see some of that potential, right?
And the
It just gives you so much. It's just clearing a whole site.
There's
so
layers upon layers of it. But with 10 rounds facing you down, double digits at this point.
Pips on no timeout?
What's the turret though? It's meant to be watching here, and then when it sees you swing.
When are you going to use it? Next round?
When it's like pistol round?
Well,
Yeah.
Okay,
so,
low light
one
armies that I
tactical
fought. We got
prowess,
3. Do we have an
Cloud knows
outlaw?
it's
Not on
made a
this
little bit of
one.
presence towards A main at the least.
Kiko, I like that Kiko commits over towards the site though. Yeah, this is good early on. Even if he goes down, it at least creates the pressure that when you see the trips here, you have to be scared of sight. So they're doing that early. Runners. Okay. I was gonna say he's gonna at least tank a little bit, no?
They thought that they were just tapping it. You have to be
Yeah,
sure.
I like the conditioning here from Liquid.
Because
Because normally they're gonna go for like a 1-1-3, and the one here is a Cypher, and this is a Brim. But having one on site early again just makes you double check and take a little bit longer to actually clear sight.
Remain. I don't want to see any threats here. Runner does well. That's nice. Now just Panatech last alive.
Yeah, it's an alright amount of damage though. 2 people after rebuy.
That, right? You take a round like this, GiantX going to get at least back on the board here. Feels like it's been a bit of a drought since the last time they were able to really get a control of the round. But here's the big challenge.
Tomas is doing good on the controller, but as you're saying, I want to see the same way that Camo's been set up. I want to see the same for Purple. Yes, he was not being lucky with the operator, and he usually excels at that, but we need to see that in the executes. Every single time that you go onto a side and you're playing against Liquid, you're playing against Nats, you know that those trap bars are going to stop you. 1000%.
It is impressive, even up against like arrays as well that can just clear. It feels like so easy. Nats just have such nice little setups, but
oh man. Bringing this one back.
Coming in, any ults ready to go. 2 away from Clouds.
I feel like the first time I saw this camera was
Nats. That could be
Nats.
something to keep in mind here. They want to get this control, get that ult early in position. Now on the other side, the closest they have is Nats, so nowhere near as impactful in that. So let's see if they get that already built up.
Similar approach, right? Like we were seeing Team
insert
Liquid
one
using
here.
GiantX drone to clear up Arcade.
Oh, Liquid after losing Arcade go heavy push through. Ah, it's unlucky. It's like a nice idea, but there's so many people here that get traded no matter what.
So at least it's a man to the good for GiantX, and they could then
they're just trying to react to just losing this part of map control.
Hammock trying to get ready to deny the plant, or even potentially cost someone their life here if they go for the same plant. Yeah, they are. This time the stun, just a little out of time. You could see what they were going for there. That could have been lethal. And they have stalled out for rotations as well. There is that factor, but they're not getting any draw on the blood so far.
It's a rough retake.
GiantX looking to force Runner out, but everyone ready to support. This is much better from GiantX, making this incredibly hard to play back through. Nice stall as well coming out. Timing there for Runner. Out in the open on the reload, not ideal, but Cloud at least does get a nice little upgrade on that front. So Massey going to be watching the cross here, just shouldering that for now.
He catches
Camo. One. Yeah, that's going to be called through. Nice from Cloud. Good little communication.
Cloud's just swinging out here with all the util respect, man. Fair play. He's feeling confident. And
yeah, we see the
pretty
smile
sure
on
Liquid
his
just
face.
low buy
Definitely
into
the
this
goals
next.
are working for this round in particular. Very well played for the side of GiantX, going back in the board. Still 4 rounds separating them. That's just getting that little boost. Cheeky little camera.
Hey, you guys used to do this camera.
But even with the aggression, not winning this duel, like seeing that Nats is down is a free entry onto side. Yes, like Runner is going to have a little bit of a hard time just planting that spike, but he's aware enough of that. And Cloud having also the individual performance that he was having last week, yes, we also feel it on the stage.
Yeah, you are.
Replay is a piece of replay.
We're going to see what ults come through here. Obviously, Purpo's now got theirs. Cloud got theirs on.
Oh,
Purpo, nice. Nice little warm-up here. Maybe just needs a couple Eco Cobra moments.
Yeah, dude, get him off the op, if anything.
Game a little bit. And now the confidence does start to build. But there are a lot more players here. There's still 2 more on this side. Now, I'm also keeping in mind Nats, his position. Yeah, he is going to get west side, so that is going to be a free upgrade. And suddenly not feeling so
Damn, bro. What's gone on here?
Rocket as well. How the hell did Team Liquid just turn this around? Cloud is surely baffled. I can't believe what I'm witnessing. It feels like every time they're at a disadvantage, and now you can see it. That's, dearie me.
Very nice gun upgrades for everyone.
I genuinely thought GiantX were on the verge of pulling this one right back through, but a pace safeguard Thrifty right under their nose.
Jesus, that was massive from
Liquid
Team
Academy
Liquid.
one?
And
Yeah,
I
no,
think that
dude,
Kamo
Bacon's
also,
been
you know,
non-stop
he
talking
wants
about
the
it.
spotlight on him back.
It's been
Them
majority of
getting
the
these
chat.
first 2 kills, yep, you know, kind of expected. But Nats is always behind you. It doesn't matter where you are on the map. It doesn't matter if it's at the beginning or if it's at the end,
Dude,
pushing
that's
you
nice,
with an
though.
hot look.
I'm not even sure you mentioned it once, to be honest, Bacon, but
Okay,
someone set me up.
Pretty calm.
That's honestly, that's calm enough. Calm before the
I'll
storm,
take it.
maybe.
I'll take it.
Yeah, we've seen when it's not calm. They've got so many ults here, GiantX, right? You've got so many big ults here. Oh my
and
god!
that's the
Purple
end of this one.
Tomasi left in tatters. That is just an early dagger to the heart here for GiantX, leaving Runner, Cloud, and Westside with so little space to build
Yeah,
back
this is
in
a buy
on.
round.
Now, the mid-round calling last week from Cloud on this map was great. In this situation, with how Team Liquid is playing, just being aggressive, going back, into the numbers, also the individuals just feeling so comfortable.
Lovely little
I
jump
don't know
spot on
what's
this as
just
well.
happened here. How have they capitulated like this? I mean, credit to Liquid for a nice little push out there, taking a fight, but
This is 12 on the board.
exactly, that's what I'm nervous about.
Now they need to get 6 rounds in a row to even take this to overtime. And maybe the trap the Team Liquid set, live in this fracture, making them choose the first map. And if
Giants
you don't
pick
pick
this
fracture,
map?
maybe
Yeah.
you don't know if I'm going to pick it.
They lost double pistol, but
Oh man.
I don't know, they were slow to
It's got to
adapt
be a timeout after this one, even if they win it,
on
which would be
defense, and then
incredibly
that round
impressive.
before
Especially
was...
with the amount of ultimates that they
Yes.
was a
have. They should
nightmare.
have been preparing like for this round. Probably that's what we were seeing, the aggression that we were seeing from Team Liquid, right?
Being disruptive, getting in their
Exactly.
face.
The Giants
Saw them
timeout?
using the ultimates
Yeah,
from
round
drop in
3.
on the attack when it was Team Liquid using them.
That
They
was
do
it.
not want to be in that situation. And Camo is honestly, I want to see that head-to-head that we usually do with the stats because he's off the charts.
No, Camo's having an absolutely blinding
Bye, Camo.
series. Yep, well, little cast curse for you there. That's
Yeah,
nice.
he's getting these guns out
and
is
this they
important.
cost them weapons. It's huge. Again, yeah, Palitech's going to
6
take
of
away
them?
runners. That's 12 for Team Liquid. This is looking solid for them. I love the approach. Give me the timeout and give me that Pips and Cam. It has to be coming, but as you said, this
The
just
updated
to
teams
get
to
under
qualify
their
for
skin
Bangkok.
early, deny
I mean,
any of their
Vitality and
ideal
Heretics
execute
looking...
potential with all of those
Looks like
ultimates.
there might
It was
even be a
huge
gap
call
at the
here.
moment between them and everyone
And
else.
now, of course, we're not
For
going to
EMEA
see
at
the
least.
timeout. And obviously,
look at the
weapon.
buys.
Yes,
I didn't
the
see
problem
Bacan.
is,
It might have been.
Again, you're giving it to the other coach. The hunt can be about, you know, they're going to use this, this, and this, do exactly this and that. It's not only the ultimate.
Yeah, and we go for a fast.
Palitech is also one away from his.
Okay, we wanted to go for a fast ender, but they can definitely cancel on this one. Smoke gives them a little bit of room. Ult goes it. I mean, look at the mayhem. Where are we, bro?
This is still up in the air. It's a brawl for Arcade. Tomasi with the Sheriff trying to get a little
That's a
closer.
nice kill.
From GiantX. Happy to take a scrap on it. Kamek
Okay.
is dead. GiantX lived
They went for a
the
top
ults
crunch
got burned.
and
Yeah, many
didn't
of them.
really.
I mean, at least it's a round
pay
that they
off.
get
There
on
were
the
so
board.
many
I wanna
ults
see a
in it
replay
that
of
I don't know.
I do not put anything of ours on
Yeah,
our
Breach
servers
ult,
for
Fade
not
ult.
catching that because there was a lot
What else
going
was
on
there?
in between
Raze
smokes,
ult,
mollies,
Brim ult.
stuns.
It's so stupid.
love of God.
Everyone used their ults. There was
Look at
5
this.
ults in 2 seconds.
Absolute chaos.
I love this tactical shooting. So 5 more chances for GiantX to even bring this to overtime.
Yeah.
Now we see a Liquid. Camo again going for the aggression.
Yeah, they're doing it back to
Sounds
them. Early
a-hole.
Arcade. And then in reaction to losing Arcade, they've been doing reaction
Southern
the majority of the
Cross,
time.
Them, yeah.
Yeah,
Drone
They
out
can get
to
some
take
ults off
this.
that too
And
if they
West
feel like they've
Side
got some security to do
is
so.
in trouble, you would imagine.
West Side. Oh, he
There's the
just
turret that
turned
dinked, it
away
wasn't
at the
him.
wrong time. And now they're sweeping through. Nats gonna get himself back towards position. The plant's gonna come in though. And now we're looking at what they've got in the post plant. You've got Tomasi
Marzi,
here
got
with
your
the ult.
ult.
The ult's gonna come back
Oh my
rolling
goodness.
through from Patatek. No one there to work off from this though.
No one follows?
None.
Yeah, and
Very
Tomasi
good
might be able
smoke
to
and
own
molly
it with
from
his
Tomasi
ult
there.
here.
Oh dear, but Kamek's gonna find runner so freely. Purpo
Oi,
trying to hold
oi,
towards
oi.
main, clean and concise on the
The
shot.
runner and Purpo's dead here, right?
This 2v2. Camo's ult is gonna force out at least one of these players, if not two.
Oh, God.
Force them away
Is the
towards
plan good
CT,
for them?
but the time
It is good
ticking.
for
You
them.
gotta get moving, and Purpo slipping between all the util, doing everything he can to try and keep his team in this.
One bullet.
And Kamek is desperate, and he can't find
Shout
it.
out to Purpo here. Saved them.
finally
Managed to
gets
survive on
that
1
form
HP,
here.
30
Okay
HP.
for Purpo here. This is
That
one of the
is-
rounds
that's
that
a close
definitely
one, not
get you
convincing.
online. And do not get me wrong, now the money is, you know, at some point it's going to start becoming an issue. And this is the GiantX that should scare you, right?
Yes.
Like
the game started earlier. No, the first game was just fast, Bacon. 2-0.
Just go on to side.
He's like a bit of a stomp both maps.
The situation looked, this should have been closed for Liquid. The way that Tomasi's playing, seriously. Like on this map, on the Brimstone, it's massive. 1 HP there, and it's actually going to be Team Liquid requesting the timeout here, because as I'm saying, you need to close this one out.
They're gonna change it.
It looks pretty.
They'll
yes,
change it when the
surprised,
best of fives
yes.
come in and they realize that they're up until like 2 AM.
It's elimination on the line.
Hey, look, the last round is always the hardest one.
Rachel and Teo know that.
How can you
Like
draw
if
any
you're,
chances,
sorry, if you're Giants, you're kind of feeling
you
it.
can't do it right now. We're in.
You gotta start
But I
looking
just
at,
mean in
especially
the
these
future, I don't
ults.
know.
I will try.
Like they're so far away from these.
Yesterday I didn't even
It's
know
all
that
about
this
the
was like
Raze
the
ult,
tactile.
really, and they might not
the
even get
double
any of
ult.
these ults.
So sorry.
It's okay.
That's on me. That's
It
on
is
me.
the best
was
map
just
to
like
actually stack orbs,
Yeah,
though.
you
So
know.
We'll get working towards that. We'll see if you've got the skills for it. It's difficult. Mini, awful at it. Awful.
Really?
Shocking.
He's a coach, isn't he? Yeah.
You think he could draw a 6 or something? Absolutely not. For now, though.
Honestly, Brits.
Okay. Well, why am I catching strays in this? But we are going to be seeing how many chances.
Oh, is it on the other side?
We could do
He's
that.
just here
So it's a
lurking.
nice 4, no? It's alright. Is it like it ends perfectly?
Yeah, do you know what? It's not the worst we've seen.
Isn't it?
It's never perfect for you.
Okay,
wasn't great.
Bucky's Sheriff. Speaking of not
Yeah, what's my
perfect,
West
the
4?
purchase from Liquid.
Oh,
It's
my
what
West
they can
4's
try
better
and
than that.
muster together. We've got Camo ult on the horizon, but certainly not here yet. Liquid trying to get a little bit closer, starting to pressure those extremities. But on the other side for GiantX, you've still got Tomasi with his. You've still got West Side.
It's so much harder on the screen. Do you know what I was thinking of, Mini, is when we had the we had that little baby mouse in Berlin as well. I was thinking, that's all I had in my head, just thinking how hard it was to draw with that.
Rotate onto A, West Side, just covering that flank. My man was playing by himself. Are they going to expect Paddy Tech with the Guardian? Yeah.
Oh, the timing. I feel like if he just held that, he was still good for one. You're not going to really peek on this, are you? No. Okay, time to back away. You felt enough of that pressure.
I would have loved that if Kamek would have been ready to follow with Salvas.
That would have been so nice.
Oh,
he still gets his.
my
Still
goodness,
gonna be
just
good
pure
for one
flash.
hit. Kamek can now
Wait, they
make
got
this a
3
little bit
people here.
uncomfortable.
How many smokes we got?
Who's willing to put life on the line, or do they just
Only one
freeze for a
smoke?
second?
It's very important that they go back in this 5v4 situation.
Yeah, they might just take
now
a
that the
timing
smokes
hit,
have gone down.
to be honest with you.
I'm
It's time to
waiting.
take a breather. Yeah.
How do you want to do it?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
smoke the
little
mid,
scared.
take
So the
this?
smokes are back in. And it
I'm
looks like
interested to
Liquid-
see how they want to handle it. Okay, so
I
they
know, it
smoke,
would've been
they
nice
smoke
to get
drop.
it, min-maxed out, but
Different priorities.
Tomasi
So
actually going to force
Brim
the
ult
ult
does not do
now.
anything.
They were already somewhat ahead. I feel like that could have been utilized a little bit differently.
definitely
but
could have
let's
been
see if
better.
it works out for them. Liquid, though, going to start working their way back through already. Traded out.
A great
Cloud
stun.
is down low. It looks out of
That is
sorts
the
here.
duel.
We're down to Purpo. We're down to West Side. They need to stay alive here. How has it come down to this? How is Purpo the last one
Okay,
standing?
nicely done though.
Liquid,
Fair play.
again, the broken
Yeah, pretty
fight
much,
is more than enough for them to
I mean,
make
even
it
though
up
it's
to
double
13.
pistol, I don't know,
And
man.
GiantX, I'm
Liquid
sure,
played good
will be
here.
so frustrated with how close that could have been.
Yeah, exactly. Again, the pistol rounds